Explore the lavish lifestyle of California Governor Gavin Newsom in 2025. In this video, we take you inside his beautiful mansion, take a closer look at his family life with his wife and 4 children, and delve into his impressive car collection and net worth. See how this political figure enjoys his personal life and style. Born the 10th of October, 1967, age 57 years, San Francisco, California, United States. Spouse, Jennifer Siebel Newsom, Newsom 2008, Kimberly Guilfoyle, Enyars 2001-2006, Party, Democratic Party, previous offices, Lieutenant Governor of California, 2011-2019. See more, height 1.91 m, education, Santa Clara University, 1985-1989, Redwood High School, office, Governor of California, early life. Gavin Christopher Newsom was born on October 10, 1967 in San Francisco, California, to Tessa Thomas, née Menzies, and William Alfred Newsom III, a state appeals court judge and attorney for Getty Oil. A fourth-generation San Franciscan, Newsom comes from a prominent family with deep ties to the city. His maternal great-grandfather, Thomas Addis, was a pioneering nephrologist and professor of medicine at Stanford University, noted for his groundbreaking research on kidney disease. Newsom is a second cousin twice removed of musician Joanna Newsom, and his aunt Barbara Newsom was married to Ron Pelosi, the brother-in-law of former Speaker of the United States House of Representatives Nancy Pelosi. Newsom's parents divorced in 1971 when he was 3 years old, leaving his mother Tessa to raise him and his younger sister, Hillary Newsom Callan, largely on her own. Tessa worked 3 jobs, often as a waitress, bookkeeper, and secretary, to support the family, fostering a strong work ethic in her children. Newsom has called his childhood challenging, shaped in part by financial instability and his struggle with pretty severe dyslexia, a condition he still has. Newsom's education began at École Notre Dame des Victoires, a French-American bilingual Catholic school in San Francisco that he attended for kindergarten and first grade. But his severe dyslexia, which affected his ability to read, write, spell, and perform numerical tasks, dyscalculia, prompted a transfer. He continued at Notre Dame des Victoires from 3rd through 5th grades, where he was enrolled in remedial reading classes to cope with his learning difficulties. Throughout his years in school, Newsom relied heavily on audiobooks, summaries, and verbal instruction. He still prefers audio interpretations of documents and reports. In a 2023 interview, he said his dyslexia forced me to find workarounds and think differently, skills I still use every day as governor. At Redwood High School in Larkspur, California, Newsom excelled athletically despite his academic struggles, graduating in 1985. He played basketball as a shooting guard and baseball as an outfielder, earning recognition on the cover of the Marin Independent Journal for his skills. His sister Hillary recalled lean Christmases when their mother warned them not to expect gifts, underscoring the family's financial strain. Tessa opened their home to foster children, a practice that Newsom has said instilled in him a lifelong commitment to public service. His father's habit of donating much of his income further tightened the family's finances, leading Newsom to take various jobs, such as washing cars and working at a local deli, during high school to help out. Newsom enrolled at Santa Clara University on a partial baseball scholarship, graduating in 1989 with a Bachelor of Science in Political Science. He tried out for the baseball team during his first 2 years, but underwent elbow surgery in late 1985, later revealed as a procedure to repair a torn ulnar collateral ligament, ending his varsity aspirations. He has credited the university's Jesuit education with fostering his independent thinking and skepticism of conventional wisdom. During his junior year, Newsom spent a semester studying abroad in Rome, Italy, an experience he called eye-opening in a 2019 speech, exposing him to global perspectives that influenced his political career. Business career. Newsom and his investors created the company Plumpjack Associates LP on May 14, 1991. The group started the Plumpjack Winery in 1992 with the financial help of his family friend Gordon Getty. Plumpjack was the name of an opera written by Getty, who invested in 10 of Newsom's 11 businesses. Getty told the San Francisco Chronicle that he treated Newsom like a son and invested in his first business venture because of that relationship. According to Getty, Later business investments were because of the success of the first. One of Newsom's early interactions with government occurred when Newsom resisted the San Francisco Department of Public Health's requirement to install a sink at his Plump Jack wine store. The health department argued that wine was a food and required the store to install a $27,000 sink in the carpeted wine shop on the ground that the shop needed the sink for a mop. When Newsom was later appointed supervisor, he told the San Francisco Examiner, "That's the kind of bureaucratic malaise I'm going to be working through." The business grew to an enterprise with more than 700 employees, the Plump Jack Cafe. Partners LP opened the Plump Jack Cafe, also on Fillmore Street, in 1993. Between 1993 and 2000, Newsom and his investors opened several other businesses that included the Plump Jack Squaw Valley Inn with a Plump Jack Cafe, 1994, a winery in Napa Valley, 1995, the Balboa Cafe Bar and Grill, 1995, the Plump Jack Development Fund LP, 1996, the Matrix Fillmore Bar, 1998, Plump Jack Wine Shop, No Valley Branch, 1999, Plump Jack Sport Retail Clothing, 2000, and a second Balboa Cafe at Squaw Valley, 2000. Newsom's investments included 5 restaurants and 2 retail clothing stores. Newsom's annual income was greater than $429,000 from 1996 to 2001. In 2002, his business holdings were valued at more than $6.9 million. Newsom gave a monthly $50 gift certificate to Plump Jack employees whose business ideas failed, because in his view, there can be no success without failure. Newsom sold his share of his San Francisco businesses when he became mayor in 2004. He maintained his ownership in the Plump Jack companies outside San Francisco, including the Plump Jack Winery in Oakville, California, new Plump Jack-owned Cade Winery in Angwin, California, and the Plump Jack Squaw Valley Inn. He is the president in absentia of Arrow Wines, Inc., which is connected to the Plump Jack Winery in Napa County. Newsom earned between $141,000 and $251,000 in 2007 from his business interests. In February 2006, he paid $2,350,000 for his residence in the Russian Hill neighborhood, which he put on the market in April 2009 for $3 million. At the time of the Silicon Valley Bank collapse in March 2023, it was acknowledged that at least 3 of Newsom's wine companies, Plump Jack, Cade, and Odette, were Silicon Valley Bank clients. Personal life. Newsom was baptized and raised in his father's Catholic faith. In 2008, he described himself as an Irish Catholic rebel in some respects, but one that still has tremendous admiration for the church and very strong faith. When asked about the state of the Catholic Church, Newsom said it was in crisis. He said he stays with the church because of his strong connection to a greater purpose and to sort of a higher being. Newsom identifies as a practicing Catholic, saying in 2008 that he has a strong sense of faith that is perennial, day in and day out. In December 2001, Newsom married legal commentator Kimberly Guilfoyle at St. Ignatius Catholic Church. They separated in 2004 and jointly filed for divorce in January 2005, citing difficulties due to their careers on opposite coasts. Their divorce was finalized on February 28, 2006, by which time Guilfoyle was expecting a child with Eric Valency. Guilfoyle gained prominence in 2011 via a Fox News chat show. She was later named senior advisor to Republican President Donald Trump, whom Newsom has extensively criticized, and was later engaged to Donald Trump Jr. In September 2006, Newsom, then 38, briefly dated 19-year-old Brittany Mounts, a model and restaurant hostess. On January 31, 2007, Newsom's close friend, campaign manager, and former chief of staff Alex Tork confronted him after learning from his wife, Ruby Rippey Tork, that she and Newsom had an affair in 2005 when she was Newsom's appointment secretary. Tork immediately resigned. Newsom admitted to the affair the next day and apologized to the public, saying he was deeply sorry for his personal lapse of judgment. In 2018, Rippey Tork said that she thought it wrong to associate Newsom's behavior with the #MeToo movement. "I was a subordinate, but I was also a free-thinking, 33-year-old adult married woman and mother. I do want to make sure that the #MeToo movement is reserved for cases and situations that deserve it. Newsom began dating film director Jennifer Siebel in October 2006. He announced he would seek treatment for alcohol use disorder in February 2007. The couple announced their engagement in December 2007, and they were married in Stevensville, Montana in July 2008. They have 4 children. After he completed service as mayor of San Francisco in 2011, Newsom and his family moved to a house they bought in Kentfield in Marin County in 2012. After his election as governor, Newsom and his family moved into the California governor's mansion in downtown Sacramento, and thereafter settled in Fair Oaks. In May 2019, the Sacramento Bee reported that Newsom's $3.7 million purchase of a 12,000 square foot home in Fair Oaks was the most expensive private residence sold in the Sacramento region since the year began. In August 2021, Newsom sold a Marin County home for $5.9 million in an off-market transaction. He had originally put the property up for sale in early 2019 for $5.895 million, but removed the property from the market after a price reduction to $5.695 million. Newsom is the godfather of designer, model, and LGBTQ rights activist Nats Getty.